As a rep, you've got a lot of deals in various stages in your pipeline. And when new deals come in, sure, you're going to get a hold of them when you can. But when you can is not a good time to get a hold of them. When they come in is a good time to get a hold of them. Here's the facts. 78% of the time, customers will buy from the business that gets a hold of them first. And to take it even further, if you get a hold of a customer after they raise their hand within the first 5 minutes, you are 100 times more likely to qualify that deal. And even one step further, if you get a hold of that lead within the first minute, you are 391% more likely to convert that deal to a paid customer. That's incredible, right? How do you accomplish something like that? And the answer is speed to lead. But what is speed to lead? Like, you've probably heard that phrase maybe within the industry. What does it actually entail on the ground? I'll tell you how Kixie does it. When a lead first comes into your system, and this might be a form fill on a website, it might be engaging with a chatbot, it might be emailing a rep. When you get those details about the deal into your system, Kixie will basically take that information. It will automatically assess the deal based on whatever kind of qualifying rules and regulations you have around deals that you want to move forward with for your reps. And then we can trigger a call or a text or both instantaneously when that lead comes in. That way you can beat out the competition and be part of that 78% that gets a hold of the lead first. It means that beyond even being one of those deals where you have 100 times more likely to qualify statistic, you actually are gonna have a 391% more likely to close statistic. And why is that? Because this happens within seconds. We're not waiting a minute, we're not even waiting 5 minutes. It happens immediately when the lead comes in. And to take it a step further, maybe you're saying, okay, I'm a business that actually works with leads over time, right? So when the lead first comes into your system, sure, Kixie's gonna reach out right away, get a hold of the person, get a rep on the phone with them that second. But what happens after that? Well, the great thing about speed to lead is that speed doesn't have to just be for a new lead. That speed could also be a lead giving you some intent signal. So let's take it a step further. Okay, leads come into your system. You've used Kixie automatic call to send an automatic call from your agent to the lead that they're assigned to the second they come in, taking advantage of all those great statistics I mentioned earlier. You have an automatic text fire off if they don't answer the phone and an automatic voicemail drop when they don't answer the phone, because let's face it, a lot of times people don't answer the phone. And now it's in your pipeline. And for a lot of companies, that's where speed to lead ends, right? Like, now that it's in, you're gonna have a rep kind of prescriptively hunt and peck after those deals. They're gonna call them on day 2, day 4, day 8, that kind of thing. But there are signals that come in after the deal comes in, right? Like maybe they download a white paper. Maybe they email a different rep of yours trying to get a better price quote, because that kind of stuff happens. There are other signals that come in where speed to lead is just as important, right? And what Kixie allows you to do is not just limit yourself to speed to lead on the initial communication. You can actually take advantage of speed to lead for subsequent communication as well. So, the second they open your email and that email open is tracked within your CRM, you can trigger a call from the rep to that prospect the second that email is opened. And then if they don't answer, send another text or send an automatic voicemail drop, and then we can wait. Almost like, fishing with a piece of bait, right? And then when the fish nibbles on that bait, when they respond to that text message, well, guess what? That lead is on their cell phone that minute, right? Texting and responding. That's a great time to call them. So you can trigger another call the second that inbound text comes in to get a hold of them. So I guess what I'm saying is, a lot of times when I talk to sales leaders and I ask them statistics about their team, much like I rambled off earlier, they're gonna know a lot of statistics about close rate. They're gonna know maybe CAC payback time if they're really advanced. They might even know average number of calls their reps make per day, right? Those are all statistics that we as sales leaders tend to know off the top of our heads. But if I ask those same sales leaders, what's the average time to first contact for their leads? Crickets. It is a fraction of sales leaders who actually know, on average, how long it takes for their reps to get a hold of those contacts. And I'm not going to rattle off those stats again for you, but you know how large they were, right? Like that single piece of information is more determinative about whether that deal closes and the stuff like win rate and average calls than almost anything else you're doing. And so to me, it's always been crazy that most sales leaders don't have a good grasp of it. And even more than that, if you don't have a grasp of it, how are you going to improve it? And if your answer to how I'm going to improve it is just get on my reps and yell at them to call these people faster, that is a strategy. I wouldn't say it's a well-founded strategy. You guys can tell me how all that works once you start tracking that metric. I would say that's something that reps aren't great at manually doing. As a rep, you've got a lot of deals in various stages in your pipeline. And when new deals come in, sure, you're gonna get a hold of them when you can. But when you can is not a good time to get a hold of them. When they come in is a good time to get a hold of them. So if you're struggling with that, for instance, if you don't even have a grasp of that metric, that's your first priority. How long does it take for you to get a hold of your leads when they come in? I'll tell you, when our outbound reps call a prospect, you know one of the first things we do to try and get someone interested in Kixie? We fill out a form on their website and we see how long it takes to get a hold of us. Because I guarantee it is almost never under a minute. It's almost never under 5 minutes. Usually it's quite a long time. And that's great that we immediately have a way to, get some buying intent around that one feature of ours immediately. And so I would urge all of you to take a proactive approach. Don't wait for us to call you and expose how long it's taking your reps to get a hold of your leads. Come to us on your own accord and help us solve that. So if you're struggling to get a handle on what your speed to lead looks like and how long it takes to get a hold of a lead, and more importantly, if you're struggling how to improve it and you realize that just cracking the whip and telling your reps to call more frequently isn't cutting it, then I urge you to go to Kixie.com, sign up for a free trial, talk to one of our specialists. We'll not only help you analyze the data to figure out where you stand now, we'll propose a solution to you and you can test it out for free just to see if it works. Because I guarantee if it improves that initial connection rate and brings that down from however long it's taking to 5 minutes, then to 1 minute, those stats I rattled off, those are gonna be stats that you're able to rattle off whenever someone like me asks you how long it takes to get a hold of your leads for the first time. Thanks so much. If you enjoyed this video and you want to hear more content from us, or you want to just dive in and geek out on everything telephony, then subscribe below, like this video, follow us, and I look forward to talking to you again.